Hello. Just getting comfortable here, waiting on people to slowly come in. We start in a minute. This is always that awkward part of the video because I'm just watching a screen. I'm just looking at the camera, looking at the screen. It'd be nice if I could see you and others. But yeah, I need to work on the beginning of class. So welcome. Probably starting in 30 seconds, and we'll start on our back. So just clear off your mat. Get comfortable on your backs for the two of you and hopefully more to come in. Welcome again. If you have blocks. If you don't have blocks, we can do without. That's fine. I'll just be hitting options with the blocks. And then a pillow or a blanket just for safety reasons. Don't need it if you're accustomed to practicing without. So starting on your back, we'll start the way that we end the class in Shavasana. Close your eyes. And then just bringing awareness to your physical body. Begin to draw a line from the short end of your mat, from the center, and then draw that line straight up through the length of the mat, all the way through the middle. So you're dividing your mat into two long halves. From there, position your body, if it's not in the center of your mat, so that that line that you just drew intersects with the middle of your body. So that line is going to be drawing through the center of your body. Shift around if necessary. And from there, relax everything. Relax your arms by your sides. Relax your feet, toes hanging out. And if that line is a mirror line, just reflect each body part on the right side to the left side. So equal amounts of distance from your right foot to that line, and then the left foot to that line. Same thing with right hand and left hand. Then going up the body, notice what's happening with your right shoulder and your left shoulder. Essentially creating symmetry, or as much symmetry in the body. Going deeper into the body, notice your breath, the length of your inhales, and the length of your exhales, without manipulation just yet. Notice the subtle parts of your body where there may be tension. And then we'll start manipulating the breath. So take a deep inhale through the nose, as long as you need it to be. And then at the top of the inhale, just hold for a moment. And then exhale on your own as long as you need it to be. Giving your body what you need. Continue with your breath. As you're inhaling, notice what parts of your body are following the inhale. And then on your exhale, notice what parts of your body are following the exhale. Keeping this in mind as we progress through the class, that your body follows your breath. So anytime you notice your heart rate or your breath speeding up, just come back to your breath. Slow down. And allow your body to follow the breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And on your exhale, follow the exhale, bring your knees in towards your chest, emptying out the lungs. Maybe you lift your forehead up towards your knees, letting go of all the air. Inhale, maybe you rest your shoulder blades down on the ground. And then on your exhale, come into a tighter ball. And then slowly just rocking side to side, massaging the back. We're going to begin to speed up a little bit here. Resting the back of your head on the ground. Soles of your feet pressing up towards the ceiling. Reach your palms in between your thighs. Bring your legs up onto your arms as high as possible. Coming into a crow pose, but on the ground. Supine. So just imagine yourself in your crow pose, but obviously you're relaxed. So just squeeze your thighs into your arms as you press your arms to the thighs. This is going to be a theme moving through the class. Just squeeze as you press your arms into the thighs. And then now lift your head, reach your hands further towards the ceiling. You should start to shake a bit here if you're doing it right. Press, lift, squeeze. And then as you're doing that, lastly, pull your chest through. So opening the chest here, find length in the back of the neck. Inhale. And then on your exhale, release everything. Bring your knees down in towards your chest. And then slowly press your feet into the ground. Pressing your heels into the mat. Just lift your pelvis. Inhale here. Exhale, roll down. One more time, we'll try to make this like a wave. Inhale, lift and press. Exhale, lower, curling the spine. Bring your knees back into the chest. We're going to rock back and forth, coming towards our downward facing dog, crossing at the ankles, pressing into the palms, jumping or stepping back to your downward facing dog. If you're jumping and landing with bent knees. Getting a little movement into your first downward facing dog. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Maybe you close your eyes, see how you're feeling here. Maybe you bend your knees. And then lengthen everything, pressing your heels, so the center of the heels down towards the ground as you're pressing your palms into the mat. So you're going in opposite directions from your pelvis. Pressing and lengthening through the torso as you're lengthening and pressing down towards the ground and through the heels. Spreading your fingertips here. Spinning your triceps down towards the ground. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to do 2 more of these. Try to get curved in the spine. So on your inhale, curve forward as if you're a cat. Exhale, curve, and then lengthen into your downward facing dog. Inhale, follow your inhale as you reach your crown of your head forward. Exhale, pelvic area back, and then curve down to your downward facing dog. Let's do this one more time. Inhale, curl and reach forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose. And open the mouth, exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and then walk towards the top of the mat. Knees bent, inhale, halfway up, chest connected to the thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Keeping your thighs and your chest connected. Find length in the back of the neck first. Bring your hips above your heels. And then once you have that there, then maybe you can begin to lengthen the legs. As you lengthen, the crown of the head down towards the ground. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. Take your thumbs, press them into the creases of your thighs, of your hips. Press that back. Lengthen as you press, and then come up to your standing position. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come through flat back to forward fold. Taking your thumbs again, digging into the creases. Inhale, halfway up, pulling those lower ribs in, finding length through the back of the neck. Exhale, release the palms, forward fold. Stepping back towards your plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Repeating what we did last week. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, knee towards your nose. Inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward to high lunge. Planting that right foot down. Weight goes through the heel of the right foot. Bending that left knee. Reaching the fingertips up. Lifting the hip bones. Inhale here. Exhale, plant both palms. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift and lengthen the left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, one more time. As you exhale, watch how you can use your exhale to pull that knee in. Inhale, lift, and step forward for high lunge. Again, planting that foot, weight through the heel, bending that right knee, lift and lengthen. Inhale as you reach. Exhale as you reach your fingertips down, chaturanga on the same exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. And sides out, exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Step, walk, or jump. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, bring the palms down in front of the chest. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how you're feeling here. In your body, in your mind. Just notice the difference between now and the beginning. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, come through your flat back, forward fold. Inhale, reach the head forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step, walk, or jump to the back of the mat, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, lift. And use your breath. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step forward. Bringing that knee down towards the ground. Or you can stay up if you'd like. You're gonna step heel toe, your right foot out. Bring both palms on the inside of that right foot. And then bring your shoulder underneath the knee. So arm under and around. Framed foot again. If you'd like, you can stay here. You can reach those fingertips out. Maybe you lift the arm. Maybe you lift both arms. Maybe you lift your leg. But as you're here, notice what happens when you squeeze that leg into the arm and open the chest. You're creating stability right there, okay? And then unwrap. Bring both hands back around the right foot. Plant the palms. Chaturanga on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your left leg. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift. Left knee, right tricep, twist. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, step forward. Same thing. You're gonna step that foot out, both hands on the inside. And then maybe you lift your heel to get here. So this is one way you can grab your ankle, lift your heel, and then begin to bring that shoulder under. It's okay if it does not make it under there. Plant the palm, press that heel back down, work on opening the chest, work on squeezing that thigh in, squeezing the other outer hip in. Maybe you lengthen the arm, maybe your heel stays up, maybe both arms come out. This is just playing here, this is for you. But work on squeezing that leg. Coming back from around there, frame the foot, lengthen the leg, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Letting the breath out, making a sound. If no one cares, let it out. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step, walk or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe your feet to the sides of your mat. Coming into your malasana. Sitting back into your heels. We're gonna work on that again. So we're heading somewhere with this, right? So remember that tension that you're creating here. So you're gonna press the tricep into the thighs as you're squeezing the thighs in. So this is opposite motion here. Do that on both sides. Bring your palms to touch, squeeze, lengthen, and press the weight into your heels. Wiggle your toes. Lastly, find length in the back of the neck. Slow down that breath. Engage the lower abdominals. Imagine that if there were some color lighting up in your body right now, where there's lots of pressure, just bring color and awareness to that area. So that should be this area here, like a ball of energy between the arms and the thighs. Coming into our Bakasana crow pose. So same thing we did at the beginning of class. This time, if you like, you can use a blanket or a pillow at the front. So in front of your head, so if you fall, Bakasana crow pose, bringing your knees as high as possible onto your triceps, so up towards your armpits, creating a shelf in your arms, leaning forward, pressing into your palms, fingers spread, lean forward as you begin to lift one foot at a time. If you have a blanket or a pillow there, you can release your head and work on lifting. It's okay if you're just working on the pose here. Many opportunities. Slowly release the feet. Release the arms. Maybe you come back into your squat pose. Reach your fingertips forward. Catch your breath. When I say catch the breath, literally come back to that idea that your body follows your breath. Slow the breath down. And then bringing the palms down towards the floor, dragging the fingertips towards your feet, walking your toes and your heels back in towards each other. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit into your chair pose, Utkatasana. So big toes touch, or hip width apart. Sitting into the Utkatasana. Pinning those outer hips in, engaging the lower abdominals, pulling the lower abs in, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, plant the palms. Remove the props if you have them there. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So if you want, we're gonna repeat what we just did. I'm gonna just quickly demonstrate what we did last week. If you have a block or books, you can take the blocks and place them towards the back of your mat. We're coming into a flying lizard. All right, so coming into your lunge, I'll guide you through there, right? You can bring your back foot onto one of the blocks, all right? Repeating what we just did, lifting that heel, so grabbing the ankle, lifting the heel, so you can get your shoulder underneath, and then from there, maybe you lift the leg and just lean forward. So the block is that space where you'd lift the foot, right, off of the floor. You can start off with just using block and giving that height so that you can feel what it feels like to tilt forward. We'll all come back into downward facing dog, meet there. We'll talk you guys through this. Inhale, lift your right leg behind you. Use your exhale, crunch, pull the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right knee, right tricep. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then if you'd like to use your block here, bring your right foot on top of your block. You can play around with where you place it. Bring that right knee up. And then bend, create that table. Lift and lengthen that right leg and lower. Inhale, lift your left leg behind you. Left knee to nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale, lift. Left knee, right tricep. And coming back to your block if you'd like. If you know where you're going and you want to play around with your balance, do so. Inhale, lift your leg. Come forward, create that table. And lift. Maybe you kind of play with the height above the ground. Maybe you shift your block if you need. If you notice, my elbow is in my hip, right? Work and lift, open and engage. Slowly come back into your downward facing dog. Take an inhale here and side out. Inhale, side out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step, walk, or jump. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your fingertips forward, parallel to the floor. Pin those outer hips in, engage your lower abdominals, reach your fingertips up towards the ceiling, sink a little deeper into your chair pose. Breathe. One more chance for Bakasana crow pose. Heel toe the feet out, palms down towards the ground. Lift the knees, lift the heels, bend the elbows. Come forward into your crow pose. I'll let you guys work on your crow pose. Remember, that engagement and that connection between the tricep and the inner thigh. Really think about that as you're lifting your hips up. Maybe it's just one toe that gets off of the floor today. Coming out of your Bakasana. One more chance to watch me. I'm going to try a little more difficult pose. That's fine. Nothing to worry about. Right, so you have 2 blocks. We're back in our Malasana, right? The blocks are kind of behind our feet. And we're revisiting that, bringing the shoulder underneath the knees. And then you're gonna plant your hands. So now you're squeezing the legs into the arms. As you're pressing the arms into the legs, pressing the palms into the mat or your blocks. And then maybe you wrap one leg, wrap the other leg. Play around here. Maybe you let go. Maybe you reach. Maybe you don't do anything. Maybe you just work on wrapping and getting that shoulder underneath. Maybe you're just working on how far the blocks need to be behind your heels. We're all playing around with this. But again, with everything else, revisiting that squeezing, revisiting that opening, and revisiting your breath. Once you're done playing, we'll all meet on our backs. So slowly, just on your own time, transition. Do what feels good in your body here. Do what's necessary to come back to your breath. Taking your right leg and then crossing it over your left, coming into a simple twist. Bring the knees over to the left, open the arm, send the gaze towards your right. Going back to the center, unraveling, crossing in the other direction, and twisting towards the right. Making a connection, a relationship with your body and your breath and your mind. Bringing the knees back into the center. We're approaching that 30-minute mark. Feet down towards the ground. And we're heading towards Shavasana, but first we'll come back through bridge pose to our Shavasana, lifting our pelvis up towards the ceiling. Pressing into the heels. Let's make this one more active than the beginning. Squeezing the inner thighs as if you have a block in between. So knees are not touching, but you're engaging. Pin the outer hips in, lengthen everything, engage everything in the top of your body. Open and spread the chest. Take an inhale here, fill the lungs. And then on your exhale, slowly roll down. Following your exhale, maybe lift your heels and follow your exhale as you release everything down towards the ground. Bring your arms to the sides and windshield, wipe the legs side to side. Lengthening the legs in front of you, coming into your Shavasana. Get any last stretches, any last movements you need to come into your complete relaxation. Once you found your complete relaxation, notice your breath. Notice whatever you may be holding on to from that short practice. And let that go slowly. Let go of controlling the breath. Let your mind relax. Let it do its thing. Notice the difference between your physical state, your emotional body now and at the beginning of the class. So what's the difference between 30 minutes ago and now? Maybe you don't notice a big difference. Go a little deeper, notice how fast your heart is moving or beating. Notice the quality of your breath. Maybe your breath has slowed down a bit. Notice the quantity of your thoughts. How much is going on? And notice the quality of your thoughts. Recognize that however you are right now just is, and it's okay. Allow yourself to be. Stay in your Shavasana, or if you like, slowly come out into a seated position. Bring your hands to your chest. Empty the air in your lungs. Bringing your thumb knuckles between your eyebrows on your inhale. Find length in the back of the neck. Light within me, recognize the light within each and every one of you. Namaste. Happy Friday, everyone. I am Danielle. This was Power Flow Yoga. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. I'll continue working on these poses. So if it felt difficult today, don't worry about it. We'll have lots of time. And it doesn't really matter how it looks right now. Just as long as you're being good to your body, just continue listening to your body. Give yourself some time. Patience, okay? Lots of love. Take care. Have a good weekend.